you have to think about the cutting and stopping the inflation. But overall, you have to ask, once again, as our founders did, what should the role of government be in a free society? The role should be very simple: the protection of liberty.
Ron Paul had perhaps the most enthusiastic pep rally last night of all the ones we watched here. He says he's the only candidate who can challenge Mitt Romney. He says he's the only true conservative in this race. He came in second last night to Romney, and Doug Wead's the senior advisor to presidential candidate Ron Paul. Sir, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Bill.
Last night you said you were pretty ecstatic. Your percentage of the vote is up 15% from 2008. What you think?
Yeah, we're very excited. There are just a lot of people that love Ron Paul, and they see him as almost a impossible figure. People after Watergate wanted honesty, and now they want someone who's incorruptible. There's corruption with Wall Street. There's corruption with K Street and the lobbyists. And here comes this country doctor from Texas, won't take a bribe, won't touch the lobbyist money, votes against any pay raises, won't take his congressional pension, gives back much of his money allocated as a congressman. You can't believe a figure like this. He's incorruptible, and that's what people are looking for right now, someone who's not gaming the system.
He said he's nibbling at Mitt Romney's heels. That was his opening line last night. But, I mean, really? 39% to 23%? That's still a 16-point spread.
Yeah, you know, this is a secret that is hidden in plain view. You can go back over the polls for the last 6 months, and what you'll find, whether it's Rasmussen or NBC Marist or Washington Post ABC, what you'll find is that the perception is he's unelectable. It'll be 8% of registered Republican voters who think he can win. In those same polls, they pit him against Obama. He does better than all of the GOP candidates except Romney, and is in a statistical margin of error with Romney. And the CBS poll that came out on Monday showed that he beats everybody with independents, including Obama and Romney.
You know there's a big challenge coming up on the 21st in South Carolina. By the way, the youth vote, 50% of the vote between 18 and 30 from New Hampshire last night. In 2008, Ron Paul was a fifth-place finisher in South Carolina. Why is that state such a challenge for him?
Well, this will be a challenge this year, too, simply because of the fact that some of these candidates are practically committing suicide there. They're going to dump every dime they have into South Carolina. But the reason we see it as just a race with Mitt Romney and Ron Paul is because many of these other Republican candidates that we talk so much about aren't even on the ballot in Virginia. Some of them aren't on the ballot in Illinois, the fifth largest state in the union. John Huntsman's not even on the ballot in Arizona. There are 24 presidential candidates on the ballot in Arizona. So some of these gentlemen are not really running for president.
So what you're arguing is no matter what happens with the finish in South Carolina, Ron Paul will continue to the state of Florida at the end of January.
And he'll continue beyond that. And we think we'll do very well in South Carolina because, as you know, among military families, the military, they give more money to Ron Paul, the active military, than all the other GOP candidates combined. And there's a reason for that. They know that Ron Paul is not going to send them into a war to die for some Pentagon contractor. He'll send them to war when it has to defend America.
Doug, we thank you. We're going to check in, okay?
Thanks, Bill.
See how you're feeling about a week, all right?
Okay, thank you, Bill.
Martha.